I didn't learn the bearing or the rub before the schools, before the suits, before the rooms, before the overrulings of every voice that tried to tell me I was approximate. I came out of the womb already immaculate, and my conviction that the space I occupy was rightful, not from arrogance, from something deeper, something nightfall can't extinguish. The particular luminosity of a man who never questioned his velocity. Through any room I watch men practice confidence, and mirrors watch them calibrate their countenance before they enter. I just enter. That's the differential between the performed and the quintessential. Effortless, that's the word they reach for when they try to map the thing they can't ignore. Not the clothes, not the jar, not the metaphor of power. Something underneath the floor of all of that. Some tectonic certainty that was never earned, it was nativity. Effortless, the walk, the pause, the way the room reorganizes when I weigh my presence against it, and the room gives way. The men who tried to arbitrate their own uncertainty, and every overcalculated gesture, every immaturity of the ego that requires constant gratification. From the room I require nothing, no validation, no applause, no second glance to anchor my position. I am positioned by the simple act of volition, of showing up completely without amateur method, without rehearsal. Just a man unweathered by the need to be received in any particular fashion. That's the paradox they never study with compassion, that the man who needs the least is given everything most freely, while the ones who chase the room run after it unseemly. Effortless, that's the word they reach for when they try to map the thing they can't ignore. Not the clothes, not the jar, not the metaphor of power. Something underneath the floor of all of that. Some tectonic certainty that was never earned, it was nativity. Effortless, the walk, the pause, the way the room reorganizes when I weigh my presence against it, and the room gives way. Here's what the effortless man never tells you in the open, the thing beneath the glaze of what the surface keeps unspoken. The nonchalance was built on something, built on subterranean labor, on the unglamorous and long median years of being tested, being fractured, being remade. The effortless man once made every desperate trade of dignity for foothold. Once was hungry, once was visibly afraid. Once showed the room too much, watched it, a visible machinery of judgment process what he showed and learned, with every incriminal compressed to encode the whole interior into something sovereign and unrateable. What looks like born is alkalized, and that's the part they never see. Chat, the word, their internet abbreviation for something older than their platform, something primal, something Grecian in its appetite for the man who walks without apology through the marketplace, who needs no eulogy of his own virtues, who lets the evidence precede him, not the curated kind, the kind the rooms collectively concede him simply by adjusting when he enters. That's the oldest human recognition. That's a man arrives, the boldest expression of themselves without a single word of introduction. I was that before the word, before the reproduction of the concept in a meme. I was the archetype they borrowed from the streets, from rooms like these, from everything I hollowed out and rebuilt into something that required no announcement. I am the progenitor, they're just the pronouncement. Room goes quiet. Not because I asked, but but because the quiet is the room's first task when something undeniable walks through the door. I didn't learn this. I didn't rehearse this. I just am this. Nothing more. Effortless.